Hello everyone. In this episode of Adronis, Downloads from Sirius, Adronis is going to be talking about the addiction to memory and transcendence into presence. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Adronis through, and he'll be talking specifically in relation to these particular topics. So here we go. We are here at this time, and we bid you greetings and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis from Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this particular broadcast being brought forward through your internet collective consciousness. We will speak relating to the topics of the addiction to memory and transcending into presence. The whole retrospect pertaining to this particular conversation today has been those that represent the idea, that feel they are ready to move into certain degrees of channeling states, that they are moving more so into the non-linear feeling of their own multidimensionality, are starting to realize that as channels, as facets of consciousness, that it really represents the idea of the presence within your own understanding of being here and now that is the most powerful. The now moment is when you are at your full degree of empowerment. It is your accessibility relating to all that is multidimensional, relating to all that is. When you are moving into the confines of linear-based reality, you are assigning the degrees of memory through yourself, through an indoctrinated society, through the idea of programs representing your own upbringing, through the idea of programs representing educational facets, through programs that represent your own morals and obligatory codes, shall we say, obligatory codes. All of these particular forms of programs are eliciting the response in regards to the status of what you would know as memory. Now, memory itself forms more of a technical process for those existing within linear-based reality. It more so services the idea of function in regards to certain forms of continuity beneficial practices, such as the idea of the memory in regards to certain skills and attributes. But what has been assigned in regards to many of you pertaining to memory is the idea of the feeling of addiction based upon the allure of continuity on an overage level when it comes to behavioral, when it comes to mental, when it comes to the idea of your own identity. Memory itself, when it is utilized in this particular form of addiction, keeps you solidified in the box. It basically creates these gateways. It creates these perimeter fences so that you are not able to access other degrees of your consciousness. Memory itself holds the idea of practicality. It moves into the idea of what you would consider to be the limitation of common sense. And so the limitation of common sense in regards to what you only consider to be practical, in regards to what you feel is identifiable through the process of memory, limits your ability to become multidimensional. So memory itself, in its own addiction-based quality, is no more different than the idea about how you are, in that sense, looking to hold yourself into a prison cell where you are strapping yourself up into these cuffs and basically standing in a wall to where you feel that you are self-restricting yourself. You entered the prison cell, you closed the door behind you, you put the cuffs on, you are against the wall, and the key is in your hand. So the whole idea here is that memory itself is not meant to formulate the idea that you are assigning identity to you. Memory has simply served its purpose in regards to specific skills and attributes to complement your experience within linear-based reality. It is not meant to function in regards to the idea of guilt or anger or certain forms of justification or, in that sense, ego principles. This is what contains you very, very significantly within the area of a boxed or perimeter-based reality. When you let go of memory and you allow yourself to take in everything for the very first time, the feeling of experiencing everything for the very first time is freedom. That's the basis of all reality. This is how other beings beyond your world, who are starbound, who are galactic in their own nature, operate through interstellar communication, interdimensional communication. Many of the beings that exist beyond your world do not have memory in any way. They represent the idea that they are fully present, and that through this presence they are able, through their own well-disciplined minds, to access octaves of reality that base themselves in regards to the feeling of multidimensionality, to help themselves expand, to help themselves explore. There is no judgment in regards to a paralysis feeling in programming pertaining to memory that prevents them from expanding. They had to graduate themselves through states of mental discipline to advance past the degree of memory, as it served to the purpose of identity, as it served to the purpose of feeling judgment, or ridicule, or hate, anger, fear, guilt, etc. That's precisely what memory does, and from our particular perspective, you're better off without memory. It's about the transcendence into presence. And the more that you are contained within the now moment, and you are fully present, you are fully aware in this now moment, you are able to access everything within the universe. Because there are no forms of barricade-based memory programs that are keeping you back to what you feel you must act like. You must act like this individual. You have the memory of this identity. You have the memory of this particular form of posture or mannerism. You have the identity of this particular type of morality. You have the identity of feeling guilty, or feeling fearful, or feeling anger, or having anguish or animosity towards a certain individual or group of individuals. These are all meant to segregate you. These keep you divided. And that's why there is the clustering of so many different thoughts within your minds. Because memory creates the clustering through the ego that jeopardizes the whole idea of your own equilibrium. And so these thought clusters take place. These thought clusters, in that sense, fragment yourself and shoot off these particular chords in other particular areas of consciousness where you do not see the essence of the chords themselves, but only the melodrama, only the particular scenario that exists as an interface to those thought clusters. The whole key here is that when you're feeling these thought clusters, listen to them. Look deeper past the idea of the scenario, of the circumstance, of the drama itself, and move back into the essence of the chord, of why it was propelled that far out, of why it is fragmenting your perspectives, of why it is keeping you in a particular type of segregation, preventing yourself from being empowered. Well, I got this thought because my parents thought that I was not going to amount to anything, and I have taken that thought and I have assigned that to myself. I don't feel I'm going to amount to anything. All right, well, there's that one particular clustered thought that has been achieved through memory. That's what memory has done. So, what would happen if you clean the slate? When that memory itself has been acknowledged, understood that it exists, and liberated through your own state of forgiveness. That memory no longer holds a grasp upon you, and now your perspectives is no longer, shall we say, fragmented. They are no longer spread about, preventing yourself from being empowered. Let go of the idea of feeling that you hold a memory, that you hold an assignment to your own identity. Identity is an invention. Memory is an invention. It is an illusion. It is a distraction. It is all part that when you utilize memory for the function of remembering yourself in the process of identity, it can only bring about that idea of fragmentation through yourself. it can only bring the idea that you feel that you must adapt yourself in regards to what you feel is the personality trait of yourself. And that through free will, you are enacting yourself in regards to the basis of what your memory allows, of what your own thought management of ownership allows. And this is the trap. So look into the idea about how you are able to advance past memory by looking into all the areas that you notice through yourself, that you realize that is causing this scattering of your perspectives, and bring it back into equilibrium. And as you come back into equilibrium and you are truly immersed within a state of full presence, this is where multidimensionality begins. This is where your energy expands. This is where your brain becomes rewired. This is where your synaptic enhancements become fired. This is where your own light codons ignite. The universe is now reciprocal to the communication through yourself in the state of presence. And in that state of presence, you are able to explore an infinitum of avenues that keeps you understood, acknowledged, realized through the multi-dimensional facets that exist. And that in this moment, when you truly are contained within this moment, there are no boundaries, there are no restrictions, there are no barriers preventing yourself from utilizing your own decision-making process to explore whatever you want. Memory is the culprit in regards to your preventions. The memory itself, in regards to a thought identity, is what pulls that up. Oh, well, I'm free to do everything I want. Oh, wait, memory is kicking in. Oh, wait, I don't have enough money for that. Or wait, I can't go exploring that far. What about a passport? Oh, wait, I can't leave this person right now. I still feel obligated to them, etc., etc., etc. That's what memory does. So, the more that you can advance past that, the more you will achieve true liberation by being in the transcendence of presence. The now moment, in that state of clarity where you are here and now, fully aware, is the true empowerment that you have. And it is the ability for you to be truly boundless and truly contained within an infinitum of freedom. We thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis from Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this particular broadcast. Thank you very much. Farewell for this timing, and we will speak to you again in the infinite moment of now. Goodbye. All right. Well, still something I'm working on relating to memory as well, but thank you very much everybody for tuning in to this video today, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Any questions, feedback, comments on this video or any other videos, please feel free to email me, info@consciousmatrix.com. Thank you again, take care, namaste, and may it be well with you. Goodbye.